Hello everyone! In this video I'm gonna show you the new features of the 2.5 version of Star Wars Redemption, which you can download, of course, right now. So first of all, we have a new recover animation. So when you just do a jump, Mevenn will recover depending on if you are actually using some speed or not. So if you jump in place, like this, you have this animation. If you jump while moving, you have this animation. Next is the dash. The dash now responds much better to what the player wants to do. So, for instance, if you need to hop, if you need to move like this and do some movement while you are dashing, it's possible. This is just because I changed a bit the code behind this. So instead of throwing the character with a landing force, we now just tell the character to move additionally 1 centimeter per second, for example. So it's not exactly that, but you just add a new distance for each second to reach a final distance. This adds up to the movement you are doing with the character. So if you do a dash in place, you won't move much further. But if you are moving while you are dashing, you will move much further. This acts the same when you are in the air. So if I don't move, I have a quite poor dash distance. But if I move while I'm dashing, I can dash much further. The dash in the air also depends on where you are in the curve of your jump. Meaning that if I'm falling, the dash will be almost horizontal, but if I'm not at the apex of my jump parabol, like so, I will dash a bit up. So you still have the old dash jump mechanics. But the curve of the dash increase through time. So you just don't have a linear dash direction. It's more a slightly upwards value at the beginning, and in the end you really shift up a lot. Another update of the gameplay of Mevenn is that you can now fire an attack when you are in the air, like this, and it's pretty devastating. To fire this attack, you just need to left click. You can fire it as long as you are in the air. So if you do a little jump like this, you can fire the attack. Or if you do a longer jump. Or if you do a dash in air, you can also jump down. This offers you more maneuverability over the character of Mevenn, so you can deal better with army of clones like here. This attack is technically considered as a dash, which means that you can defend yourself while you are performing this. It's useful because if you have a lot of enemies awaiting you on the ground, and you don't want to hit any lasers that are coming right in your face, you can use this to defend yourself. Last addition I made is just the maximum view distance of the player. So before it was something like this, which was quite interesting, but I wanted to push it a bit further so you have a more hack and slash kind of view, which can be interesting at some point. Also, another important point is that the dash has no less cooldown between two dashes, so you can really move through the battlefield using dashes, and it's really more pleasant to use Mevenn like this. If you have a poor configuration or a good configuration, or if you turn the graphic quality a bit lower, you can notice that the dash is much more maneuverable, like you have more distance covered by the dash itself. This is something I kinda fixed at some point, but I can't fix it totally. So it kind of depends on how well the game runs. So I think the current one is maybe still a bit overkill. So I may balance this in a future update. But yeah. Also, I want to point out that if I made a new update, you can see that it's much lighter than the previous ones. And that's just because actually I no longer work as hard as before on the project. The goal is to really have it nearly frozen. But you know, at some point it's my little baby, and I still love to just open Unreal when I have an idea of a feature and just try out myself if I can do this, if I can code this, if I can animate this, just to bring it in the current version of the demo. So don't expect to have a lot of new updates, but from time to time, maybe one will pop out just to bring a better game feel. Okay. So that's it for this little video. I hope you enjoyed it. And as a reminder, don't hesitate to download this new version of the demo to try it for yourself and have fun. If you want, you can still keep the old version for yourself if you want to compare it. Myself, I have all the builds from the beginning of the project, so I can compare how it evolved pretty easily. And you can do the same if you want, but I won't keep it in the online folders, just because I won't have enough space to store all the builds versions. So yeah, if you want to keep it, just make a copy somewhere of the original one, or don't override the one you have installed. And that should be it. Also, a new addition is the Force Order 66 option. So you know, when you start the training room, for example, you have some clones around you. Okay, and you can only train with droids like this. So it's cool when you start the game, but what if you want to experience the Order 66 right now? So we have an option now that you can find here, but also if you go into the main menu or when you die, you have this triggerable options. So this won't force the game to run through Order 66 right now, because it just fires when you start a level. But if I just restart the level, you will see that. And now we can have fun much faster. So once you've activated this, you will also have Order 66 if you go into the Coruscant space. Basically, you just have two levels where the Order 66 is fired randomly. So Coruscant and Training Room. The interesting point with this is that since you have a random starting point, you can experience the level quite differently. Before, you were just restarting the level, you will be at another point. But since you had like 5 minutes, up to 5 minutes before encountering the Order 66, well, you could be at the same place when it starts. And it's not really random. And of course, once you discover this, you are aware that you have your clones turning back at you. So I thought it could be more interesting for players that already did this level to have it beginning in Order 66, right when you start. So this way, if you restart this level, you should start from another point in the level and having the order 66 as well from here, which makes the level different to experience at some point. It's just maybe harder on certain areas than others. Now you can't just fly away with clones just no attacking you and finding a perfect spot to not get any hit. Now you just have to defend yourself wherever you start. If you don't like the options, simply go there, deactivate it, and restart the level. And now you have friendly clones. Well, until they turn against you, and you don't know why. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you learned a few things. I also hope you still love the project and you enjoy it as much as I do. And yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye.